Hello again and welcome back to World Cup Spy in association with our good friends at Renault Vans. Coming up on World Cup Spy today, the goalkeeper from Nigeria that's causing a storm, the goalkeeping situation with England that is making such a big impact, and your chance to win a fantastic trip to the World Cup finals with our magnificent Sony-sponsored competition. Actually, we've got two competitions because the first is an opportunity to win a national team shirt from the country of your choice. All you've got to tell me is who you think will win the Golden Boot. If you get it right, and we pick you of course, then you win a shirt. So get those entries coming in. Now, meanwhile, the papers, the screamer in the man of all manner of interesting tales. They say that the Manchester United boss Sir Alex Ferguson is being linked with a move for the 32-year-old Real Madrid striker Raul, should he be allowed to leave on a free transfer. To be fair, however, it does point out that sources at Old Trafford think he is too old to make an impact. I'm sure they're talking about Raul and not Sir Alex. The screamer also tell us that Man City have lodged interest in Barcelona's right back Dani Alves, who's yet to sort out a new contract with the Spanish champions. The problem for City is that the Valencia midfielder David Silva turned them down only last week because they're not in the Champions League, and I think the same thing could happen with this one. One more from the screamer, and Everton have been alerted to the possibility that the Benfica striker Oscar Cardozo can leave if someone meets his £20 million valuation. You can see if he's worth that money as early as tonight, as he should line up in the front line for Paraguay against Italy. Now, I like the look of the Nigeria keeper Vincent Enyeama, who was fantastic at the weekend against Argentina. He pulled off some magnificent saves to keep his team in the match. And we understand that a few Premier League clubs have already decided to take a closer look. Avram Grant at West Ham in particular has got lots of Israeli connections, and incredibly, Enyeama is on the transfer list. His Israeli club, Hapoel Tel Aviv, they want just £2 million for him. We'll see what happens there. Now, time for our main competition. Now, here are the details. This year, the prize is absolutely massive. Never mind football boots and sports bags. The winner of our special Sony-sponsored World Cup Spy competition will get 2 tickets to go to the World Cup final itself. Flights and accommodation will be paid for. All you have to do is something special on video and upload it to your YouTube page. Then send it to us at youtube.com/mirrorfootball. It could be an example of some of your super skills or some silly stunts. Film yourself doing a World Cup song, your impression of a football star, or some of the old standbys shaving all your hair off or sitting in a bath of beans. Remember not to injure yourself or endanger yourself or anyone else. Your videos, youtube.com/mirrorfootball to enter. It's got to be all your own work, no nicking stuff off the internet, and we'll do all the rest. Yeah, good competition there. Now, problems for England in the goalkeeping department after that howler by Robert Green to cost them the match against the USA on Saturday night. David James looked as though he'd go straight in, but now he's jeopardised his chances by moaning about not being picked for Saturday's game. Joe Hart's too experienced in my opinion, so it may well be Robert Green again for Friday's game against Algeria, but tell me what you think. Let me know on YouTube or in our email at spy@mirror.co.uk. And with that, it is indeed time for your messages, and it seems that you're fairly pleased to see us. We've put a selection of your messages across the bottom of the screen below, but here are just a few of the messages of what you're being said. Man United Rooney says here, about time Darren, welcome back, thank you. Mohammed says, guess who's back? Back again? Darren's back. Tell your friends. I wonder who sang that. So good to have you back, Dazzler, says Mohammed. My prediction is Brazil to win the World Cup with Robinho, the player of the tournament, and the Golden Boot going to Holland's Robin van Persie. Good predictions, Mohammed. My predictions are for this, well, for the past weekend, for the last games have been a bit rubbish, but I still think England are going to win the World Cup. I think Rooney will get the Golden Boot, and I think Mesut Ozil from Germany will be the player of the tournament. What do you think? Again, let us know on spy@mirror.co.uk or on YouTube We also want your World Cup pictures. We'll feature as many as we can on the show, so let us know where you're watching Spy from around the world. You know we love your pictures. More of your messages, and King Zeus wants to know why Everton are charging West Ham so much for Yakubu. Well, Everton want £10 million, but the striker Yakubu wants to leave Goodison, and I think Everton will find that weakens their hand quite considerably. Old Root says here, great to have you back, Darren. Thank you very much. Kayohashi says, welcome back, Football Spy. The Joso says, great to see you back. Towns Gyms wants to ban the Vuvuzela. Don't agree, Towns Gym. It's called culture. And hello to P. Murphy, who wants to get a hold of a World Cup ball or a shirt for his Danish wife. Well, you're going to have to enter our World Cup competition then. Now, just time for a couple more transfer stories. And the Everton midfielder Steven Pienaar is a wanted man in our own Daily Mirror. He's got a year left on his contract, and both Spurs and Aston Villa want him. Villa want him to replace James Milner, who's on his way to Man City, but Spurs believe he can bring some experience to their midfield. We're hearing rumours that Arsenal are also interested. We'll keep you posted on what happens there. And our friends at the fantastic internet scouting database even, I'm scouting.com, and let me tell you, they're very well connected, say that the German club Hamburg have joined the chase for free transfer Michael Ballack. Man United also interested in him. And in Scotland, Sunderland's 27-year-old striker Daryl Murphy is set to become new Celtic manager Neil Lennon's first signing. That's in the Daily Record. Now, tomorrow we'll be bringing you a detailed guide to the most in-demand transfer targets this summer, and also some of the more obscure transfer targets, so stay tuned for those. And remember, later this week we'll be broadcasting exclusively from the World Cup in South Africa. In the meantime, I'm going for Holland to beat Denmark 2-1 today, Cameroon to crush Japan, and Italy to be held to a draw by Paraguay, who are a bit better than you may think. World Cup Spies back tomorrow. I'll see you next time.